Hi everyone, it's Hannah from Hannah's Decodes. I'm just going to turn the volume up. And today I thought I'd talk a little bit about emptiness. And I learnt quite a lot about emptiness through Tibetan Buddhism many, many years ago. And it took me quite a long time to grasp the essence of it. And it's actually not really that hard. So I was told as part of the teaching that all phenomena is empty of inherent existence, which means that nothing really stands on its own. So, and I often think of a tree, and a tree needs a seed to grow, and it also needs soil for the roots to spread and for the tree to get nutrients. It also needs air, and then that cycle continues over and over again. So nothing, and like people, we obviously need food, shelter, clothing, parents, mother to give birth. So there's these cycles of life that if you think about it, nothing stands on its own. So I have a practice I do most times when I eat. I think about the food and where it's come, and all the people who have made it possible to bring that food to the shops where I bought it from, or some a little bit of food I grow myself as well. But even that is dependent on many other people. I have to buy seeds or seedlings from the nursery or little plants and plant them in my garden. And I compost a lot of my food waste. So yeah, there's so many factors to getting food on our table. So when often before I eat, I do it mostly in the morning, and usually when I'm on my own or in my own home, I go through the process of kind of being grateful for the food on my plate and the complication and the many hundreds, if not thousands, of people and little animals and plants it's taken to get my food onto my plate. And I find to be grateful of those kind of simple things is put you in that really positive frame of mind, and it sort of keeps you thinking holistically about our connection to everything, basically, and our connection to people in particular, and animals and the planet. So I'll give you a little example. In the morning, I will say something like, bless this food. And to me, it's not a religious thing I'm saying, or a religious statement. I'm saying it's recognizing the preciousness of this food and giving it good energy. So I'll say something like, thank you for this food, or bless this food. And I usually say it 3 times because that's sort of what I do, sort of imprints it in I don't know, the physical realm somehow. I'm not sure why I do that, but it seems to be the right thing to do. And so the kind of practice is a little bit like a prayer. And I know I have relatives who kind of cringe when you say the word prayer because they're not religious. And I don't see prayer as a religious thing. When I'm being grateful for my life or things within my life, I see that as a prayer, or a prayer of gratitude. So I kind of, for example, I have my breakfast in front of me, and I might say, bless this food, bless this food, bless this food. May this be the cause of all good qualities. And when I'm thinking of that, I'm thinking of the complexity of how my food got to my plate. And if you contemplate that kind of complexity and that connection, it's kind of a really nice mindful meditation. It keeps you in a really positive a positive reality, because you're contemplating on how we exist and how we physically exist in this world. And once you do it quite a lot in those prayers of gratitude in the morning, it's really fast. So you don't have to think, oh yeah, the sandwich came from the sandwich shop and the baker made the bread and the wheat came from the farmer and the farmer dug the soil and the worms helped. So you can think about that frequently, but if you think about it a lot, when you do come to do these prayers of gratitude is really, really fast. You kind of get that whole kind of connection very fast. And so that's sort of how I start my eating prayer of gratitude in the morning. So, and I was also going to mention, I find prayer and meditation really cross over. Sometimes particular things that I've posted in the past, I'm almost on the verge of calling them a prayer rather than a meditation. So it's that sort of when we're putting out there what we would like in a positive and grateful way, I find that's a little bit like a prayer. But anyway, it's kind of crosses over in my way of thinking and my world. So I just thought that might be a little bit helpful or kind of interesting for some people to think about emptiness and to contemplate on the kind of complex and really interesting connection of all living matter and everything we do within this world. And it's kind of super interesting, and it's a good way to think, I think, and it puts you in that strong sense of reality. So I think that's it today, and I'll think of something else for next time. Okay, thank you. Bye.